This is the Unit 2 test review. We went over it in class, but I am making this video so that you can reference the different problems in case you have any questions on how we solve them. The first question on here says select all angle relationships that apply to D and E in the picture below. So if we look at D and E fall on the same line, okay? They are right next to each other. If they're next to each other, they are adjacent. Okay, so they're adjacent angles because they are next to each other. Now, the next thing we look at is that they fall on this straight line. Okay, they share a side, which is right here, and a vertex, which is right here, which makes them a linear pair. And then if we have a linear pairs are also supplementary. Okay, adjacent cannot also be vertical. Okay, those are two different things. So we have adjacent, we have a linear pair, and we have supplementary angles for this one. The second problem, I have two angles, D and E again, and I want to identify their relationships. Okay, so I have D and E, they fall across from each other. If I have something across from each other and they share a vertex, they are vertical. Okay, so I have vertical angles. Vertical angles again cannot be adjacent. Okay, so they are vertical, and then vertical angles are also going to be congruent to one another. Third question, find the measure of angle B. Okay, angle B is right here. And we have this right angle symbol right here. If I have a right angle symbol on one side, I have a right angle on the other. So that means that B plus 33 is equal to 90. Okay, and then to solve, I'm going to subtract 33 from 90. And I end up with B is equal to 57 degrees. Question 4, it says find the measure of angle ABD. So we have to be really careful with this one and figure out what we're actually looking for. So it's not just looking for the value of x. Okay, if I look at this, I have a straight line right here. I have ABC, which makes a straight line. ABD and DBC are a linear pair, so I'm going to use that to help me solve this. So if I'm trying to solve this, I have ADB, which is worth 10x plus 5. If I go to solve this, I know that since they are a linear pair, they have to be equal to 180 degrees. So they fall on the straight line. I'm going to add them together. I have 10x plus 5 plus 18x plus 7 equals 180. Then I can go to Desmos and I can solve by plugging in all of these numbers, setting them equal to 180. It will be on a graph. It'll be a straight line through your x-axis, and that will be what x is equal to. Or I could just solve it right here, which I'm going to do. I have 28x plus, we have 7 plus 5, which gives me 12, is equal to 180. I'm going to subtract 12 from both sides. I get 28x is equal to 168. And I'm going to divide both sides by 28. And when I do that, I should get x is equal to 6. Okay, I have to be careful though because I'm not just looking for x. I am looking for the measure of angle ABD, so I need to plug 6 back in. So I'm going to have 10 times x, which is 6, and then plus 5, and I'll find that angle measure. 10 times 6 gets me 60, plus 5 gets me 65 degrees. So that angle ABD, the measure of angle ADB, or BD, sorry, is equal to 65 degrees. Okay. Next question, I have these two lines that are parallel, and I want to find the value of x this time. So I have this line, oops, I have this line and this line, and I'm going to go ahead and set up just a generic set of parallel lines. Actually, I'll just write on here. If you remember, we have been setting up A's and B's on our graph, okay? So I could label this with an A, a B, and A, a B and A, and a B and an A. Okay? What we're doing here